How I met Gary. This is going to require a little bit of backstory. So, after I broke up with Jesse, I was just hooking up with other guys and stuff like that. And there was this one guy that I hooked up. His name is Izzy. And he was a really cool guy. He was really nice. And he was married. But, they had an open relationship and stuff. And I would hang out with him at Ripples. And it's a gay bar / dance club and stuff like that. And I would go there and go dancing and stuff like that and hang out with him. And one night in, it was either March maybe or April maybe. I'm not sure. Somewhere like March or April. I think Gary would know better than I would. Wait, actually, I think I went to Ripples Bar with Steve this time. But Izzy and his husband, Lyle, happened to be there as well. With Steve, and there was Izzy, and there was Lyle, and we were hanging out at these tables on the first floor of Ripples. And I'm talking with Lyle, and we're just having a good time, having lots of fun, and the music was really good. And I happened to say to Lyle that there's a lot of cute guys around here, and he says, "Oh yeah," and I said, "Yeah, especially that guy over there." And I happened to, and I was, had noticed Gary, and he was standing over off to the side, and he was talking to some guy. Gary was standing, and this guy was sitting, and Gary was just talking away. And I said to Lyle, "That guy's really cute." And he says, "Oh, do you want to meet him?" And I said, "Do you know him?" And he says, "No." And I said, "What?" And so what he does is he grabs Gary by the shirt and pulls Gary over, and he tells Gary that I like him. And so I was totally embarrassed. And they asked Gary what his name is, and he says, "Oh, I'm Gary." And they, Steve was there, and Steve was asking him questions, and Lyle was asking him questions. And then they eventually said, "Hey, Richard, we can't be the only ones asking him questions. You got to do it too." So what they did was they all left, and I just sat there with Gary, chatting with him the whole night. And chatting, I think actually he mostly did the talking, but, and it was funny because when he was doing the talking, I was like, some of these really good music would come up. And I'm in my head, I'm like, "Oh my God, that song is really good. I want to go dancing, but this guy is really cute, and I want to sit here and chat with him, and I don't want to ruin it by saying, 'Hey, I gotta go dance, bye,' and then maybe I never see him again." So I was kind of afraid that if I did that he would be put off and he would go away. So I just sat there and I listened to him, and he talked and talked and talked. But then it became closing time, so we had to go. I asked him if I could get his phone number, so I got his phone number, and then I asked him if I could take a picture of him. So I took a picture of him. So I got the picture, and I'm going to put the picture up. This is the picture of Gary, the very first night I met him at Ripples Bar. This is it, that's how I met Gary, and we've been together ever since. It is now, as I'm recording this, it is June 21st, 2018. So we have been together since then, and we have been married. It's been wonderful. And that's how I met Gary.